Come on, set! Ready? On the double. Hup. Down. Ready? Ready, break! Hot, hot! Okay, break! Ready, ready? Okay, ready? Go! Set! Get up! Ready? Set, go! Come on. Set. Ready, ready. Ready, break. Go. Go. Set up. Hey. Let go.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go. Reload. Check.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley dances by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Hurt. Ready.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down throw now from Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Pickens going in motion left.
70 Timberwolves, 65 Cats, 65 Cats, 79 Broncos. Go.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And this is going to be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach just...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Akers. 85 yards. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Jaguars 7, Ravens nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Barkley inside handoff, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud working out of the gun. Here's one deep for Pickens. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Here we go. 11.
Now Jones. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The slot man in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Jaguars 14, Ravens nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Stroud looking to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Stroud now on 2nd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Play action. Here's Stroud. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Touchdown, Jaguars! Cam Akers on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Stroud and company going for it, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Julian Love. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
Down the numbers. There he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Powering forward, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And out across midfield down to the 45. 201 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
11, 21.
Up the middle they go. Goodson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
21. Here we go. 11.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Jones on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Goodson, and some space here. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Stroud. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, able to avoid him. They find some open field here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Man, 222 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this will be caught by Mooney. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 49-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Goodson. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
First down, Jaguars.
12.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10.
12.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Jones now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw it. Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Still just a 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing now is Stroud. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. There he goes left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Akers, 55 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Let's go
The
now.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And now off to the races down the right side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. George Pickens, 74 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Hold on. Touch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars first down.
Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. Oh, and he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a first down.
11.
They'll go again here with Akers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Cam Akers, 34 yards. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
35. Ravens 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not.
And now here is another interception. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could lead.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Darnell Mooney from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Ravens 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Stroud. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Come on, come on.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Go, check, go, check. Ready, ready.
Here goes Stroud again. Rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Nolan Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Going right back to Akers.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Sharp move, but can't find much space. Drop just inside the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations.
Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49, Ravens 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Khalil Mack buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Let's go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hut, hut.
Now Stroud. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ready.
3rd and 19.
Ready, ready.
Here's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And now here is another interception. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing until the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
Standing right on his own 5. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for them.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
21.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got